give it a minute here to get time for a couple people to show up here before I open my mouth. Yeah. Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Come on in. I'm here. Boy, there's someone. Hey, Huli, how you doing? I'm trying to be drama-free. Well, there's all the drama you get tonight. Hey, Mark, what's happening? Long time no see what? Yeah. Hey, Shane. I didn't make any notes on that last show, but there was some drama. The drama about his birthday. I mean, he tells you his parents' full names in the book. He tells you the day he was born and where he was born. I mean, basically, everything that's on his birth certificate, he published in his book. So it's not like you know somebody. I'm sure he's got them LifeLock and all that stuff. So that's the only thing to worry about there. And I think that one girl got jumped on a little too much for saying that, oh, his granddaughter's a treasure. Well, everybody's granddaughter's a treasure. She wasn't saying, oh, she is, let's go get her or nothing. No, my granddaughters are treasures. If your granddaughter's not a treasure, then something's wrong with you. So see if anybody's noticed anything. Anybody notice anything? Anything new? Yeah. Anything new out there? Should be. I think that Forrest paid more for Moses than I paid for these. Yeah, thanks. It had to do, I know what the title of my video was going to be, Come on. They're all there now. Oh, hell, drama. Oh, cow stream? The bullshit? I just covered the whole thing. The birth certificate thing, that's it's on FamilySearch.org. You can go there, or to Ancestry. All of those birth certificates from Texas are online. It's not, it's a public. It's on a public website. It's been there before Facebook was around, I think. I do genealogy, and one of the things I use is a thing where you can go look up birth certificates of. Usually, it's only people that have passed away, But Forrest is on there and Skippy's on there, but I found something else when I was looking those up, and I don't think it'd be it's a family secret probably. And so, yeah, if you were out to look up Forrest, you might learn the family secret, which maybe Forrest, if you know about that other birth certificate that's on the Family Search, maybe I'd do a scrapbook about that. Because I'm sure the most of the people involved in that that it's a big deal to were passed away by now. But I looked up Teeth of the Rockies, and there's a guy who has a picture of a mountain up in the Cascades and stuff. It looks a lot like some of the mountains down here, which are there's like spires sticking up, you know. It looks like teeth. So, I once did a Jenny who? A Jenny. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna name it. Yeah, it's one thing. Yeah, he can. I remember more names than I should have been able to remember. But I had a last week. I come out. I don't know if last video I made if I mentioned it, but I come out of my RV to go take a leak out in the weeds. You know, and there's somebody up there at the end of my driveway, hide behind the RV. You know. And apparently some guy from Louisiana owns a lot across the street, and he came up here to scout around Colorado and see what's up and find out about permits and all that stuff. And so he came up. He was over there in his tent, and was here. We got drunk on the other night, and he still got a bottle of Jim Beam apple. I thought it was Jack Daniels. Darn, I thought it was Applejack. You know, but it's Jim Beam. What do we know? Moses now sits on the second step that leads to his den. Yeah, he's like on the second terrace going up the side of the hill. There's like steps going up. He's up on there on the second one. That you know, and they say, well, if somebody's figured it out, they haven't announced anything. It's like, you people are so dense. They don't know that I've found, you know, the Miss Ford. I've got the Buffalo Cowboys car, the red Ford. It's rusted red Ford. It's a rusty Ford, therefore it's red because it's rusty. It's Redford. Red Ford, Miss Ford, the Ford Model A, the Ford Model B. There are two Ford cars in the book. There's the one that he got out of the car and was walking, and it's a different car than the one that they tied to the Buffalo, because the Buffalo event was before that or something, you know, and the other car, the Model B that he took got out of the car and was walking, that was had a hard top. You know, it might have had a hole in the roof, because most of them still had a hole in the roof with a piece of something covering a hole up there. I don't know how they've changed it. I went scouting to the great sand dunes. It was treasure. Yeah, I can see the sand dunes from here. And right now, the creek there, they say it's like maybe knee high or something. It's a lot more than the ankle deep. The creek is running real high. My last video, I think, was the bullfight. And when I went up there to go check out the place, that's the cover picture come from there. But when I had to cross the river, well, the bridge is fine over the river, but the land around the bridge is flooded, or on the one side at least. And so I was gonna make a video going across that water, and I got up there, passing the guy's barnyard, and there's two bulls head to head in this giant water puddle. It's big, because it's the overflow. The rivers, Rio Grande's river's overflowing in a couple spots, but it's just kind of farmland, and it hadn't. I don't think it's damaged anything. But I went up there. I took 1,500 pictures that day. I think it was Sunday, or so. Yeah, it was Sunday, because it was a church in the redwoods where 10 guys lost their life and were eaten. They were eaten. So climb up the star dune, no chest, but yeah, it's at the bottom of the sand dune, dude. Yeah, friend. The gold frogs that are in the toolbox in the treasure chest. One of the treasure hunters, maybe I'll just say his first name, Damon. Damon was out metal detecting, and the gold frogs in the treasure chest. The guy found a gold frog and a gold owl up near Spokane on the Snake River. Um, I don't know if he'd have to tell me I could show him before I can show him, because actually he could sell those. I should tell him that the press will pay you to show those pictures because those are very important, because they're like 2,000-year-old pre-Columbian gold frog and gold owl and it wasn't found in Central America or Colombia or anything. It's found in Washington State. That's a big deal because there weren't people around a lot. They figure a lot, but who knows how old they are? But they're good size little frog. They're about the about big as the end of my thumb. I'm sure they're over an ounce apiece. Pure gold. There's probably silver and copper in it. Modern days, they might put silver and copper in it, but I don't think the Mayans and Incas and whoever was around before them did. I got these magnets because I can put them on and have places to mount my phone and here or there. I got one on my speaker up here, and this one I lost my little thing that my phone would sit on while I did my videos. I lost it, and so I've just got a magnet on there, and it's on one of them reversible vanity mirrors with the convex on one side, and the other side is regular. You don't want to leave those laying on a shelf where the sun will come in the window and hit it. You don't want the convex side to be pointed to the house, because they can light your house on fire, because the convex side will focus the beam, and if it's the right distance, I seen a friend. She left her beauty mirror sitting on the coffee table with it, and there's coffee tables in front of the couch, but behind the couch is this big front window of the house. And when she came home, the sun had gone across the window, and it hit the mirror and bounced over and burned a trail across her couch. Could have burned the whole place down. Yeah, what the hell's going on? Silver, and gold. Spontaneous combustion. I don't know anybody who's ever spontaneous combusted. Forrest lucky his plane didn't blow up when he got hit. Sometimes they need a hole in the gas tank and a spark. And I was getting some body work done. And you know this. Oh, you just need a little bit of. You just need a little bit of that. You know you need a tiny bit of that, right? No, I went tried to eat, and the things were. It's like coming off. It's like, man, I got food in my mouth. That thing's not staying where it belongs. Yeah, I glued them down. And see, you got all big difference. Feels a lot better. It's I'm getting used to it. I'm not used to having stuff stuck in my mouth. But I can whistle, huh, Togo? He's going, oh, it's back. Because he knows, because since he took those top teeth, I couldn't whistle for him. Now he can whistle again. The magnets there, they don't go anywhere. I've been working on some art. I'm thinking, when I decide what location to possibly have a before and after camping get, because you can camp for 2 weeks for free. And so if you wanted to come down the week before Fenberry and the week after Fenberry, could probably, a bunch of people commute down each day or whatever. Even it's about a 2.5 hour drive from here. So, because if I go down, I'm probably only going to go down on Saturday. I ordered my T-shirt, and it's my the T-shirt I designed. I call it the blackballed T-shirt. The blackballed design. Yeah, blackballed by Dill. People don't know if it's Dale or Dale or, but okay, let's just say it's Dill. That Dill that took all my votes, all the votes for my shirt, and just tossed them out the window or gave them to the other. Who knows? It was he deleted the votes for my shirt design. So yeah, I'm not, screw you, Dale. And then I'm the jerk for calling him out, right? Yeah, I'm not the jerk. It was the jerk. He was the one deleting the votes for the T-shirts. So, and then like when they put the votes over on Illinois Goes, my votes were like 3 more than the other one. Except over on Dale's site, mine had only like 3 votes, mine and 2 others, and all of like 20 something for that threw it off and gave it to that one. It was set up. That was set up. I think there's somebody Dale knows, whatever. But yeah. So if you want one of my shirts, I get $1 from each one that somebody buys, and if you buy one of my shirts for Fenberry, then I'll give Jason the $1. Some people bought my Double Blazes shirt, but that's not my Fenberry shirt. My Double Blazes, so they're going to show up there at Fenberry. There's what? Through about seven of them out there, 7 Double Blaze shirts. So when we make $1 a shirt or so, it doesn't. Oh wow, I got a taco and a frijole. And I'll bring my winning coffee mug. And my silver pen for signing the book, if it's still available to be signed. Hey Anna, yeah, I didn't see you doing anything. My grandkids are treasures, and you weren't joking or nothing. You may be saying that that's why the guy was there. She was talking about him. Yeah, she was talking about, and yeah, I didn't see a joke in it. But the execution is, so it's just like getting all upset about the birth certificate online. You can go familysearch.org. You can find all those birth certificates. You can probably find your grandparents' birth certificates too. I don't know if mine's online. I don't think, most people won't even look for it. And the other thing, the only information on that birth certificate that he didn't publish in the book was the date that it was recorded, basically, and maybe the birthplace of each of his parents. But that's all, all Texas. But that's as far as his family tree goes, at least on his father's side. I got my family tree. I printed it on both double-sided pages, and I still had 1,500 pages to print my family tree. That's how much I have on mine. It goes back. Once you tie in the royal families, all of that is you basically one file. And it's all the royal, all that data is there. So I know, I got hundreds of kings, of queens, and the Queen Elizabeth is my 27th cousin, and Charles is his 27th cousin, one time removed, because his mother is my 27th cousin, and he's one generation off from my 27th cousin. All right. Yeah, something works like that. But I wanted to get these before Fenberry, I don't want to go down there. Don't leave home without them. These are the teeth of the Rockies. Still getting used to it. It's a little loose because it still has the 3 little dots on the top one. The bottom one I striped with the grip, and it's sticking in there good now. So I could probably eat and not have to worry about them falling out of place and food getting under them. The dentist, when they put the 3 dots on, it's like, oh, that's fine for right. Try and eat like that. You can't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I stopped by seeing a friend. My kid was working, so I didn't get to see him when I went to the dentist. Now I got some notes here. What do my notes say? Is there anything I can mention? Yeah, they don't like when other people have succeeded, and the thing that they're looking for, and anybody that had any kind of evidence that they were close to it, they got to shoot all of that down, just out of jealousy. They got to shoot that down. The guy that found Miss Ford, I got the Buffalo Cowboys car. Thoth, he has Thoth on his desk. This guy, he's got a real one from Egypt. Mine's a reproduction, but yeah, I think it's this end. There's the F right there. See the F? Ooh. No, this one's Thoth. Anubis is the dog headed. It's they say a jackal. It's a coyote. Anubis is a coyote, actually, because Anubis came from here. They They call them Egyptian. Oh, Egyptian figures in the Grand Canyon. No, no, no. They're Grand Canyon figures in Egypt. It's the other way around. They keep, that's a mistake. You can't say the Egyptian stuff in the Grand Canyon because it's Atlantean stuff. I think after a trip, I might try and find Kincaid's cave. Protector of the death. Yeah. Why is Moses important? He says in the book, Moses was an important figure. He's an important figure. All right. And I found Moses' figure on the side of the mountain. Those are figures. And he won't admit that any of that or that he can see any of it or anything. And that's part of his game because he's not going to tell anybody because you have to take that treasure from Moses says, from my cold dead hands. Charlton Heston was Moses, and that's a famous quote by Charlton Heston. Yeah, he's talking about his guns. You got to take it from my cold dead hands. It's worth the cold to wait out for it to come. When he's done with it, that winner's name goes on that slot. Sasha talked about it, about Forrest having a ledger with a number on each item he has and who gets which one. Okay, the one with the treasure on it, that one was blank when he put the book out. Before he dies, all he has to do is fill that in. And the only way a person can go straight to it is with that promissory note, the note from him to go pick it up wherever it's being held. And it is to say, he says, it is not in any safe deposit box. Well, no, I didn't say safe deposit box. It could be a museum vault, which might be a warehouse with a vault door on it. And there's one in Geneva, Switzerland. And artists use these vaults to store precious items and stuff. And there's been some stolen stuff and all that. And they found stolen stuff in one of these vaults and stuff. So... do they come from Mars or by way of Orion's belt? Yeah, well, yeah, that's a conveyor belt, It came on the conveyor belt through the wormhole over the conveyor belt. All the way back in there. And no mercury no more. No mercury no more. No posts and stuff anymore. My blood cancer could have come from gums and stuff. I don't know. How Jad? Have you been? No, have. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. The one I had surgery on. Where are the forbidden to go forth to many secrets? Forbidden to go forth to many secrets. Well, when you get out and you find, and he says, grab all the bananas. The bananas are blazes. Okay, grab all the blazes you can. And now I've got 45,000 of them, right? Because I took 1,500 pictures the other day. And the one picture I took of it, and then I saw Troy Barlow had his picture with the V and the Star David thing in it. It's like, that's the rock formation I just took a picture of. If secrets someone knows. Yeah, well, lawyers and stuff keep secret. They put things. Look at all the secrets the government has. Look how many secrets Hillary Clinton has. Except she has them all stuck up her butt. uh, and I'm sleepy, tired, because I had set the alarm to get to the dentist this morning. Bingo bell. In Grand Canyon, you said I read the story of the old statue and a flower in a room that didn't say anyone. Oh yeah. It only poisons people that aren't inoculated against it, right? You're kind of like the penitent man can pass in Indiana Jones. Oh yeah, I think this tooth sticks down a little more than the rest of them. But that's one thing, like you know, they're all handmade. Third eye blind. Bingo. Third eye blind. Yeah, my third eye is blind. My third eye is blind until I pull my zipper down, right? The third eye is inside your head. It's your imagination. As I gone alone in my imagination, and you got the Marvel gaze is about staring at the rocks until oh my God, look what that is, you know, and and then it's the thrill of the chase because you're going, holy, look what I found, but you didn't find it because Forrest found it first, and the poem is designed to bring somebody there to see what he saw. and there's many of them. My father's been busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends he's talking about. Blazes, lighting candles. He's lighting blazes. What? There's a street to go where no man dare to not tread. Togo! He said to go. His name's to go. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't get the crystals. That's a tip of a, see, because it's the pyramid tip of a crystal, but come off out of a mountain somewhere up there and ends up in some big This is just a pile of sand. It's like the sand dunes, except there are rocks in this sand here. And yeah, I don't know, they had a big machine or something. Maybe they dredged all the sand and they were making who knows why there's a pile of rocks and there's a pile of sand in this valley. That's what you find at a concrete production plant, you know? You find things, sand and rock. And what were they doing? Making Adam and Eve out of mud and clay, maybe a little sand and some rocks. They were making statues of Adam and Eve. Is what they're the story is about, making the statues out of mud. You know, because they're all up here. Found Adam and Eve. I even found the one formation. I decided I'm gonna name it Judy Nudie because it's a woman. It looks like a naked woman, and she got a bush in her crotch. You know, so I told Judy. I said, "We'll name that one after you. That one's Judy Nudie." I showed it to my neighbor. I took him for a ride one day and showed him some of this. He's, holy smokes. I showed him the Mammoth Parade. We went up on top and mixed DNA. Yeah, I don't know what they mixed it with. I could still keep putting whitening on my teeth in front to just a little lighter. Give them a match the dentures. But feels better. Okay, my next note. Okay, yeah, they hate the success of others. Oh, yeah. Here's one. Who's going to help out Paul and get a Fenberry fund going to get Paul over to go to Fenberry? I think he deserves to go more than Susie. I tried to get some people together to help Susie when she was stranded in Mexico, or having trouble with those people in Mexico, guys or whatever. And then she shit on me. Whatever, you know. She took Jimmy Fast's side, and some people say Jimmy Fast is actually Toby, or somebody very close to Toby. Others, at least searching. Oh yeah, there's guys, the new searchers, new tubers and stuff. Some of the people. Oh, well, Gorman's only in Colorado because he lives there. He's only in Colorado because he lives there. Dumb, you know. If they knew anything about it, they think they know all about it. Oh, we watched one of his videos. We know everything about him now, you know. But if they knew anything about me, I started my search in New Mexico when I was an Oregon resident. I was in Florida when I learned about the chase, and I came back and started my chase in New Mexico, and it didn't take me long ago. It ain't here. This isn't pretty enough. It's too much desert, too deserty. There's very, very, very little forest. I did find some nice forest near up by what's that lake? Hopewell Lake, and it's Placer Creek. Placer Creek goes down and it curves left and goes through this real steep canyon. I was up on the top of it one day, and then the next day I went through it, and it took me so long to get through it, I didn't want to go back the same way, and hoofed it over the hill, and that was a heart pumper. You got these, see, the buffalo. Somebody said they wanted these. They were going to come get them. I haven't seen them. So, yeah, this one's the buffalo stone. And I gave my neighbor friend one of them rocks with the saying on it, the tombstone saying about, smile at a homely girl. Forgive a sinner. If you had the choice, would you prefer not to have ever come across? Oh, no. No, because, when I thought I could figure this out, and that was like December of 13. I was way down in near Punta Gorda, Florida, way down near Port Charlotte and stuff, and visiting with a friend there. And I went to some biker party. A friend sells scarves and had a booth at a biker party in St. Petersburg. I went up there, visited, recorded a video of the Black Honkies. It's one of the bands that was on the stage that day. And that's really, because people don't, it's been a thrill in my life. Yeah. Yeah, it's the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of, this is freaking Atlantis, man. Plato says, Atlantis has, and the ones that say it was an island, that's BS. BS. The continent of Atlantis, they called it. It was a continent with mountain ranges and and so this island and harbor thing, can only be a small part of it. Just like up here, this is a large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains that are covered with crystals. The mountains are covered with them, and the valleys full of them right here. It's, I'm sitting on a pile of crystals. It has really strong magnetic field. They say that aircraft can fly over here, and they can't see them because of the magnetic anomalies here. They can't see them on the radar. I seen the chase. Yeah, I was searching for metal detector videos and found out about it. I like my new teeth. I need to do the. That was a cowardly lion. Yeah, when he got his courage. Yeah. How long I been on? 40 minutes? Did the cows finish pieing? For real. No, Sasha got a little. It's like don't get triggered over that. Somebody, Forrest. Yeah, all of his information's in the book, and there aren't people going looking for a Forrest Fenn fan page or group. It's not where identity theft people go. They'll go get the county clerk will sell them a whole stack of birth certificates. Not much happening. This one looked like an elephant. Courage resides in the smallest places. Yeah, that bird over there, yeah, he's got this. How big is that parrot's brain? And I have a list of 600 words that he can say. Mustard seed. It's no mustard seed, but it's a seed. Oh, different kind of mustard. Oh, no, that's another M. Throwaway thermometers. I'm getting me a mercury one because these are unreliable because of the batteries and electronics. Throwaway. You can't buy the battery anywhere, They put it in the store because they know, oh, well, the battery goes dead, they'll buy another one. And you put the battery in, and then it says, oh, the temperature is too cold to. And it's like, no, your electronics are screwed up. So I thought about a bad battery, but it's a piece of shit thermometer. What else? Anything else? I went through my notes. Yeah. I got my Colorado license the year after I got into this zone that I'm on, the Fenn zone that I'm searching, is when I got my license. Yeah, I can adjust the mirror a little, just tilt it a little. 2016, so 3 years ago, and I've been searching, so half of the time I've been searching, I've lived in Colorado, and it was the second half of the time I'm searching. I was searching another part of Colorado, and I went to Texas for my grandson being born, and and even since then my son started working here, and so my grandkids are here. So my treasure hunting area, my grandkids, and I stay right in between both of them. Except I think I'm a little closer to the treasure. the treasure chest. The other treasure, my grandkids are treasures, but I'm not hiding them, and they're not full of gold. Okay. If you think there's something, then you're full of shit. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to come on and do a little video mostly because I got the teeth of the Rockies. But he said he'd go flying around 200 feet into the teeth of the Rockies. That means the canyon's got to be at least 200 feet deep. Because he's talking about flying through the canyon, and 200 feet from the top. Yeah, you better have 400, a few hundred feet underneath you too. Or you're gonna, because you got to think exactly. The deeper you get in the canyon, the tighter the corners, the taller the trees. But the teeth of the Rockies flying through the canyon, and you go looking for places underneath the ledges of the cliff, for like cliff dwelling like places. Ooh. And when he's flying by, and there's a guy standing there with the mountain standing there with his hand up, waving at him. That's how. Holy shit! I gotta go see this closer. What am I seeing? And the thing is, the very rough stuff is, the main format. It's like that whole hill's and there's a rock formation along the bottom of the hill, and it's like the profile of someone laying on their back. It comes down, and then the face, they're looking up, laying on their back, looking in the sky, and halfway up on the side of the hill is another person laying up there with their arm reached down, and you can see the little knot where their hands come together. Oh my God. That wasn't easy. That's not natural. Or if it was natural, they did a lot of work to make it unnatural. What they say, they call, what do they call them? The hoodoos, the hoodoo rocks. It just looks like it's people. No, I was taking pictures of them, and there are faces painted on them, and it's not modern paint. And they got a little canyon over near, I think it's east of Colorado Springs. There's a place where it's like the painted canyon or something, and it's there's purple and red and orange. That's where they got all the colors for their pottery and stuff. And if the more recent natives were making pottery and using that for color, the ancient ones were too. How can they tell how long the thing's been mined? See, that's because I had to set my alarm to get to the dentist. I usually don't get up until 10 o'clock, sometimes 11, and sometimes 12, because sometimes I'm on the computer working on my pictures and art. And then so I say, oh, the sun's coming up. I better go to bed. Because my cancer I got, when I was sleeping, I don't really sleep good either. They're supposed to be getting me a sleep study. They ordered 3 months ago, and the VA is not happening. The VA's dragging. They called me the other day. I got to send a letter to the administrator too. It reminds me. I told him I'll get it in a couple days. Because I got to work on it. And today was all about getting my teeth. So, yeah. I can't remember where I was going with that. They'll get me. The other appointments, neurologist appointment. Oh, we don't have anything for that. Who put that in? I said, man, I've told them 4 times. Why don't you call the provider and get this straightened out? Because this is a business thing, It's not something the patient needs. I shouldn't have to call them 20 times to ask them, hey, about my referral, the referral you told me you gave me. What about my, oh, yeah, we put it in. And you call it, oh, we don't have anything. They said they put it in. It's bad. And it's like, and I told the VA, I said, you need a better way for these community care doctors to access the patient's VA, stuff, to communicate with the VA community care, or my community care doctor needs to be able to access my files on my VA record. What is there national security in there or what? You know what I mean? I give my doctor permission to get my records, but the VA don't want to give the doctors permission to give the records. That's what the thing, you know. And why is it what is the VA hiding? Is it something, the vaccine they gave me that had the blood cancer in it, or what? It's a crooked government, No, nobody in my family has ever had this cancer, the kind I've got, And I guess my brother told me my other brother's daughter, my niece, is terminally ill with cancer, but and not expected to last much longer. And she's not even 40, but she's younger than my son. And, but the thing is, like 10 years, when Obama got elected, I didn't like Obama. And my brother and his whole family were in love with him. And they chose to have Obama in their life rather than his brother and uncle. Hey, Whistlebird. Whistlebird. Yo Street. CBD oil on the way, my bro. I don't know if that would help, because it's blood cancer. My bone marrow makes too much blood. It's not a tumor type of cancer. It's a disorder or a mutation, but it's not a growing thing. It doesn't work properly. But the last two times I went, they didn't have to take blood, so my systems aren't to work. It'll get to where they only take blood once every 6 months or so, I guess. But I get checked every month. And healthcare, darn with that. Darn didn't know it, but no, they say. Well, when you look up online, it says you can live 20, 30 years with it, But I've already had probably almost 20. It took them that long to get diagnosed. Yeah, go outside. Where are they, Jack? I heard the coyotes were out here. I just heard the coyotes. They're heading out across over there somewhere. Sunset time. You see, that means I gotta get my Nikon out. Because all these fuzzy clouds, they're gonna turn all pink and it's gonna be a blaze. Yep. The coyotes are out there and he stands right at the property line. He won't go any further. I think he just stepped on a cactus. Let's see. There. That shows the sunset good. And the moon's over there the other direction. Oh, I'm not used to having this plastic in my mouth, man. But I guess I'll get used to it. And when I was at my kids' last week, I grabbed my redwood. This is petrified redwood. See, it's burned on this from a forest fire. This side is this is the bark off the redwood, and this is the wood grain inside there. This was I had to change my transmission fluid. That was I made some ramps. Pull the car up there, pull the plug, drain it, put more in, new in. There's the sunset. That's a pretty one. It's going to be a pretty one tonight. If I could switch around, we'll zoom in. Focus camera. Okay, close, far. There. So, let's see, where's my pyramid? No, it's that way. There, right in the middle is my pyramid. Did you hear Togo? Come on, thing. Yeah, I gotta get ready for going up the mountains and camping up there. See, that thing's going a lot faster than it looks. It chop your head off. It's going that fast. You can see that it's a blur. It picks up, it'll blur different. Okay. There's the Great Mount Blanca, sand dunes, Kit Carson Mountain, and the sunset. And let's see. Even been to Steamboat? Yeah, I've been to Steamboat. I got thrown on my face skiing down the mountain, and I hit this dip, and right after the dip was a bump, and then another dip, and boom, it just throws you on your face. Yeah, I think I went there for my birthday once, about 1992 or 91, 92. And wind blew my chairs around out here. We had a 45-mile-an-hour wind earlier today, and one yesterday too. When these little storms pass over, and they pack a bunch of wind. So I think I'm about done. I don't have anything else to talk about the treasure right now. And I take a nap and then fix something to eat. There goes the sun. Yep, later, Jay. What's the bird? Who else? There's a dozen. Did I outlast the cow poo? Cow poop fight? That's a. Oh, I guess that's how the clouds are today. There's funny looking clouds out over the plains over there. Okay, I'm done. I think. Take it easy, Jason. See you soon. Where'd it go? Okay, adios.